watching Gravitas. Vinayagamoorthy Muralitharan, or Col Karuna, was a top commander of the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, also known as the LTTE, which waged a bloody separatist war against the Sri Lankan state. In 2004, Karuna split from the Tigers, taking 15,000 cadres, a third of the LTTE's fighting force, with him. His split is said to have been the turning point for the successful defeat of the LTTE in 2009. Col Karuna was called upon to identify the badly mutilated body of LTTE chief V. Prabhakaran, his former comrade in arms. He was later named a minister in former President Mahinda Rajapakse's government and the vice president of the country's oldest Sri Lanka Freedom Party. Earlier this week, Col Karuna quit Parliament and the party to form his own. In fact, he is with us right now on the phone line from Battikaloa, capital of Sri Lanka's eastern province and his hometown. Thank you, sir, very much for joining us. Also with me in the studio is our Senior International Correspondent, Padma Rao. Let me start by asking you, Col Karuna, in Sri Lanka, there's a Tamil National Alliance which won a democratic election, now constitutes the government in Jaffna. It represents a wide spectrum of Tamil groups, big and small. Now, why does the country's majority, Tamils in your northern and eastern provinces, need yet another Tamil political party?
Situation is totally changed now. There are Tamil people are failing. Now, there are no any good Tamil leadership for them now. That is what I want to give the good leadership for our Tamil people. At the same time, we didn't get any solution or anything so far. Because our Tamil party is united with the government. They promised a lot of things to the Tamil people. We are going to merge the north and east. We are going to give that one. We are going to evacuate the army camp from the people's houses. But nothing happened. That's what we are going to give the voice for the Tamil people, for all islanders, not for the north and east. North and east are our main motherland. That is our main thing. At the same time, we are going to give the voice and development for everything to the Tamil people.
Right. The word motherland, Col Karuna, has been misused in the past by the LTTE to whom you belonged, or rather Mr. Muralitharan. Clearly, what do you mean by the motherland? Could you clarify that, please?
Yeah, north and east is Tamil people land. This is historically north and east. People are living more than 2,000 years, living the Tamil people. This one now divided into two sectors, but this one is our motherland. Then, but united with the Sri Lanka, our rights are there. Our rights they have to give, because we need the land power and development power, like that we have to merge, because according to the 13th Amendment only we are expecting. 13th Amendment is a good solution for the Tamil people.
The 13th Amendment to the Sri Lankan Constitution was co-authored by former Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi in 1987. That is 30 years ago. Surely outdated, Mr. Muralitharan, since you say Sri Lankan Tamils have changed drastically and are a modern society today. Yeah,
but that is include the 13th Amendment. Inside the 13th Amendment, we include all the things. If there are any problem, we can correct. Small correction we can do according to the new changes there. According to the changes, we can correct. But problem is the northern east is definitely they have to they have to give the power to the Tamil people.
Also, sir, are you seeking India's help in implementing the 13th Amendment?
Yeah, definitely. We believe in India only, because whatever Europe country come, any country come, according to their benefits only, they are coming here. But this is the closest country is India. India has a responsibility also, because they also involved here. They also send the Indian army here, not against the LTTE. But that is they have some responsibilities are here. That was the Indian leadership. They have to pressurize the government, and they have to get a good solution for the Tamil people.
But you yourself have been a member of the SLFP under former President Mahinda Rajapakse, even as Vice President. Are you disappointed in both Rajapakse and the current President, Mr. Sirisena?
Yeah, because but I am very good rapport with the Mahinda Rajapakse, President Maithripala Sirisena. There are no any problem, because this is I have a right. tries to give the good leadership to the Tamil people, because I have all the talent also I have, because in 30 years I fought for the government to the Tamil people. At the same time, when I was LTTE, I went to talk all over the world. I am the person only living now, all Europe countries, Norway, where we went to talk. At the same time, I was in the vice president of the Ex-LTTE. I was in parliament 10 years. Then I have a talent to lead the Tamil people. There are no any question. At the same time, we are going to rapport with all the leadership, because I am very friendly with the similar leaders also. I can negotiate with them. They also have to accept
Colonel Karuna, hold that thought. Please stay with us. Padma, coming to you, you've covered the war extensively for 16 years. You've met, the Chief Prabhakaran, also Colonel Karuna. Tell us about the experience of meeting them when they were still, separatists.
Yes, the first time I met them was in 2002, Sana, when it was just after a ceasefire, which failed like all other ceasefires. And there was a press conference held by Prabhakaran deep in the jungle. There was a 28-hour security check through which we journalists were put. And finally, we met Prabhakaran, who looked kind of scared and a little cornered. And on the stage with him in dark glasses was Mr. Vinayagamoorthy Muralitharan. I then later met him again in 2004 when he split from the LTTE. And finally in 2009 when he became a minister. And that was a funny sort of meeting, because he was, on the one hand, he had been taken up by the army to identify the mutilated body of his former comrade in arms, Velupillai Prabhakaran. And he was also sitting this time, I mean, the last time I saw him, he was up on a stage with Prabhakaran. This time he was up on a stage to celebrate Sri Lanka's Independence Day, and next to him was President Mahinda Rajapaksa. So those were strange times, and yes, it was a tough war.
Right. In fact, coming back to you, Colonel Karuna, you place great expectations in India, but your country is growing closeness to China under both Rajapaksa and Mr. Sirisena is disrupting India's relationship with Sri Lanka, given that Sri Lanka's debt crisis, that doesn't seem likely to change overnight.
Yeah, because for my Excellency Mahinda Rajapaksa was here, he deal with them very carefully. There are no problem, because we utilize China for the development purpose only. He given only 750 acres Hambandota. Like that only, he very carefully he deal. But this government, so already they given 15,000 acres for the China contract. But everybody knew this kind of things India never accept, because they are closest country. In China also, the biggest power country, come to the close like this. That is even the Sri Lankan people also, they don't like to give this much land or this much deals with everything. But Mahinda Rajapaksa utilized for the development. He got the money from China, and he done a lot of massive development, because this what happened north and east, there are no development. Then at the time we done a lot of infrastructure work and everything he utilized. But this government has to be very careful, because without the Indian support or anything, big problem come future, this island.
You seem to hold former President Mahinda Rajapaksa in high regard, Mr. Muralitharan. His party is currently split across the benches, though. His colleagues in the opposition have launched a new party and hope he will lead it. He hasn't said no. Have you told him about your new party, and how likely is it that you will support each other?
Yeah, definitely I accept Mahinda Rajapaksa, because he was a good leader here, Sri Lanka. He given the good leadership to the people. He finished the war, and he given all the people independence, everything. He given. At the same time, I think his father was created the SLT. Then he never go away from the SLT. Now inside some struggle are going on. I also advise all the people, you sort it out that matters, then that is good for the country. But I appreciate Mahinda Rajapaksa, no any question.
Now, does Mr. Rajapaksa himself know about your new party, Mr. Muralitharan?
Yeah, already I negotiated with him, because among the Tamil people, little angry with the Mahinda Rajapaksa, everybody knew, because he finished the war and like there is all propaganda and many things happening here. That's what I negotiated with him. With our own party only, we can do something we can achieve. That's what I am going to open the new party. I told all the leaders there are no any problem. Because already negotiated with even the President Maitriwala factors of action also. I negotiate with them. We are going to open like that.
Sir, there are more than 900,000 members of the Tamil diaspora around the world. How can they help their brethren in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, the diaspora people also, they have a responsibility to do many things to the north and east. But apart from that, unnecessary things if they involve, that is not good for our people only. Yes, ground people only. That's why they have to be very careful, and they can support for the development purpose and any other purpose. Even internationally, they can talk with the international community on behalf of us. Like that, they have to do. If they try to recreate LTTE, that is not suitable for the nowadays. Because now we fought against 30 years, nothing happened. We didn't achieve anything. That was through the political way, democratic way only. At the same time, collaborate with the government only, we can achieve something. That is the thing. But kindly request the diaspora, don't create unnecessary violence or anything against.
Right.
That is what my request for them.
Right. It's all very well, though, to announce a new political party, Mr. Muralitharan, but there are cases pending against you within and outside Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, you were arrested last year for the alleged misuse of a bulletproof luxury government vehicle. Won't those charges hinder you from registering your party?
No, there are no any problem, because that matter also, this government done the wrong things. Because after I lost my parliament seat, I handed over the vehicle. That vehicle was in Karachi. Then through the documentation, I handed it over to the President Secretary. At the same time, register post also I sent. I have a receipt and documents, everything. Then after somebody mislead them, then after arrested me, through my lawyer, I submit the judges. They agree, and that's what they given the bail out for me. Now there are no any crime or anything that one, because I never misuse the government property or anything. That's what there are no any problem to register in the party. But nowadays we can't register any political party in Sri Lanka because one of the local council cases are going on, court case. That's what. But election commission request the application. We are going to give the application. The time being after this case, we can register, no problem.
Right, but in 2004, Mr. Muralitharan, when you split from the LTTE, you had told me that it was because Eastern Tamils like you perceived a lot of discrimination by Northern Tamils like Velupillai Prabhakaran. So how are you so sure that those old animosities will not resurface again if the North and East are merged as you desire?
Yeah, whoever like, they can come. There are no any problem, because here a lot of LTTE people, LTTE cadets are here. We rehabilitated more than 12,000 cadets, and we send them back to home. Not only them, then many people are there. They also facing lot of problems. They have a right to involve. Even they opened one party, democratic formality cadets like that, the Jana Puralial. They started the party also. You know about that. That also government actually, because whoever come to the democratic, we have to welcome them. We have to welcome and we have to rehabilitate them. Then that is a good thing. Whoever likes, they can come and join. No problem.
Thank you so much, Col Karuna, for taking our time and speaking to us here exclusively on WION. Padma, before we let you go, give us a sense of what really has changed in the north and east of Sri Lanka, post after the war in 2009, and what is it that remains to be done?
Well, development and infrastructure are obviously the two things that have really taken place on a large scale in the north and east. People talk about undercurrents of dissatisfaction. Perhaps there were undercurrents immediately after the end of the war, but my perception is different. I don't think there are undercurrents any longer. Certainly the people want greater autonomy, but I have a feeling that I also notice a greater flexibility that the Tamils of Sri Lanka have recognized, after the long, hard years of war, that they are more flexible and they're willing to negotiate on the question of autonomy.
All right, Padma, we'll leave it at that. And with that, we also sum up this segment of the show. We are taking a very short break right here on Gravitas. When we return, the heat is truly on Trump's national security advisor, Michael Flynn. That's coming up right after this very short break. Stay with us.